About a week ago, I made a video about my first week post-operative. I got a total left knee replacement, and it was a week ago. It was feeling really, really horrendous. I think I was just coming out of the abyss Thursday morning. This week, things are much better. I have better movement, less pain. It's still uncomfortable. Sleeping is terrible. I don't know it seems like now when I manage to sleep, my hips are hurting. And I never had trouble sleeping on my side before. Now my hips hurt. So I don't know if it's just the inability to move around when I'm sleeping or what, but I did want to. A week ago, like I said, I was in horrible state, but what I managed to do and continue to do after that was I pretty much made a list of things that needed to happen. I made a point of doing this whiteboard over here of medication, when, and I did it so that I was keeping track of when I took the previous pill, when I was supposed to take the current pill, and when I was going to take the next pill, or when I had taken the last pill, and then what was supposed to be the next one. And I kept track of that in case, there was sometimes when I would find myself at 3 o'clock in the morning unable to do more than turn off the alarm and sleep some more. And I probably should have gotten up and taken the pill, but I couldn't. We'll just leave it that. So I took the pills at the right time. I made sure that I ate every single meal, and I threw in a few, minor snacks along with it. Not much, because I wanted to make sure I ate real meals 3 times a day. And I started trying to do the exercises a little bit. I just tried to make sure that I had a schedule with boxes and I could tick off the boxes. And almost immediately after I started doing that, it became less insurmountable. It was something that was possible. And the day before it was becoming impossible. I didn't think I could survive. And several years ago, I read a book called Of Wolves and Men. And there was a concept in there. The book was about wolves. This guy was studying wolves. And there was a concept in there about how the man believed that there were occasions when wolves would encounter prey animals. And he believed that there was an interaction between the two in which the wolf decided not to attack them, decided not to chase them. It wasn't it. And he also said there were other times when a wolf would run into a prey animal and the prey animal was old or sick or injured in some way. And it was kind of like the animal had decided that it had had enough. There was nothing in its life worth fighting for. And, if there had been a pack somewhere around a week ago, I might have gone and volunteered just so that it quit hurting. And now there is optimism. I have hope that it'll get better. I have hope that it's going to be fine. Hope is a wonderful thing. I don't think I would have done the surgery if I hadn't had hope that it would get better. I don't know if I would have done the surgery if I had known how much it was going to hurt consistently for a long time. But I can't go backwards and have them put everything back the way it was. So, and have it not hurt. So I'm in for a penny. I'm in for, $2.25, I guess. So I think that one of the biggest problems I had was that I came here to this apartment by myself. I have some family that was able to take me to the grocery store, could do stuff, but I didn't really want to bother them. I thought I had it planned out so that I had food that could be put in the toaster oven, food that could be put in the microwave, food that could be arranged in some way. But because of the pain, it did not seem like I was able to. I kind of felt like it hurt too much to move. So once I did start eating, once I managed to have a good bowel movement, once I managed to drink plenty of fluids, once I managed to, and the list goes on, my huge pile of my mountain that I was trying to climb became much smaller. It became a molehill, and then it became, this thing with something that I can do. And so it was a problem that was solvable. I don't know if I would recommend anybody come and go back to your apartment if you don't have a better plan than I had, and I thought I had it set up okay. I think you really have to have somebody who will walk in on you every day, somebody who will call and say, do you need anything from the store? How are you doing? Somebody who would be willing to come and make a meal because you're, to bring you something. I wish I had set up for Meals on Wheels so that I would have gotten something I could put on my lap and eat. And all I had to do was get up, go to the door, come back, sit down, and eat. Because everything else was too hard. I had my first doctor's appointment today, and they took out the staples. Taking the bandage off, which they'd already shaved my leg, taking the bandage off hurt like I was getting a wax job. And they were pulling out every single hair I'd ever had. Taking out the staples was okay. I was expecting it to be more uncomfortable. Mostly it was uncomfortable. Mostly it was okay. A couple of them were kind of like getting the IV put in. It hurt. But it hurt for a moment and was done. And that's fine, and that's good, and that's better. one of the odd things about this recovery process was that when I was in the hospital, for some reason, somebody wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing. Somebody mentioned me getting on physical therapy, but they didn't follow through. And so I've gone, 2 weeks with basically no physical therapy, which I was content having a week off. I may not be happy with that tomorrow, but I was okay with it. When they start beating on me, it may be worse. I don't know. But it seemed like there were other things, like supposedly I got a pair of these TED hose. When I left the hospital, I had one on my right leg, and I don't know whatever happened to the left one. It was never put on me, and so I didn't go home with it. So I didn't know what to do with it. Since it hadn't been on my left leg, I didn't know to put it on. After the doctor's appointment, they told me I should put it on the left one and ignore the right one. I said, okay, we'll do that. I haven't done it yet. I used a urinal once while I was in the hospital, and I'm sure they threw it away. It should have gone in the bag with me, and I brought it home. I ended up buying a urinal because I didn't have one, and it seemed like it might be okay to just swing my legs out of the bed and pee without having to get up and do other things. The urinal I bought came with an adapter for women too, which just makes it a little, a different shape and size. So I guess last time I looked at this thing, it was 7 minutes, and now it's 12. I'm sorry I went so long. Anyway, so there's my video journal of today. Maybe I'll get more with it. But thanks for listening, and so long.